Today's a very exciting day because we've launched our African Descent Employee Network. It's also Black History Month, so we get to tie the two together, and we are extremely fortunate and excited that Governor Paterson is here.
He was the first black governor of New York, one of the first black non-white legislators in New York, and just having him kick off our first event for our African American Descent Employee Network I was privileged and honored to have him here.
At Quest, we know that an inclusive culture is important for us to succeed, to be innovative, to grow.
When you think about diversity and global inclusion, you think about creating an environment where everyone can do their best work. And what ADEN allows us to do is learn from our employees of African descent and learn what we can do even better in the organization and make sure that we are bringing all the great thoughts and all the great ideas collectively within this company together so that we can grow.
In 2004, David became the first visually impaired person to address the Democratic National Convention. And in 2006, he was elected New York's first African American lieutenant governor.
There are unbelievable decisions that the governor made during those times to not just help in the country, but to rescue New York State from going completely broke and going under. So with that, it's a privilege for me to turn the mic over to David Paterson, to me, one of the greatest leaders we've had in New York State. David.
Thank you. I think what Black History Month represents to me is the fulfillment of a dream of blacks and whites, and Asians and Hispanics, the living and the dead, slaved and freed people who struggled courageously and unremittingly over the last couple of centuries to build a national movement that was destined to achieve economic, political, and social justice. In many respects, the evolution of African Americans in this country made America freer than it was when it first started, and inspired others, women, Hispanics, disabled groups, to seek their freedom as well.
David gained national attention in the 1990s because of his efforts to preserve the African American burial ground that was discovered during the excavation site for the construction of the new federal building in New York City.
The General Services Administration said, look, we're trying to build a federal office building here. We don't have time to let a couple of bones get in the way of the construction. And we told them, this was a burial ground, it's a sacred land, and you don't build a federal office building over top of it without respecting it. And after a long fight, we actually won out, and in 2007, the African burial grounds became a national monument.
One of the things we spoke about today was that diversity is the mix, and inclusion is the way we work together within the mix.
Our workplace is very diverse. The customers that we deal with are very diverse, so it's important that we have the culture of diversity in what we do every single day.
I think that it's fantastic that Quest is doing this, and I hope that some other major corporations, some have, but there's still many that I hope follow in Quest's footsteps. It is not that difficult, and it's richly rewarding.